Natalia Goncharova was born in 1881 to a fairly rich Russian family. Throughout all of her childhood, the fabric bills, the popular peasant dances that you can discover in this shimmering, colourful painting, field labour, and paintings of religious icons so typically Russian were all part of her daily life. For all of her life, she remembered her youth in Russia and maintained her taste for the so-called folk art. During her studies at an art school in Moscow, she met the person with whom she shared her artistic life, the painter Larionov. Larionov and I hardly never left each other since the day we met, she said. For Natalia Goncharova and her husband, art and life were one. They painted symbols on their faces to show that art could be expressed everywhere, at any moment, and most importantly, that art belonged to the world. They were amongst the first performance artists using their bodies as a medium. In the 1910s, walking around in this way was extremely scandalous, especially for a woman. Natalia Goncharova dedicated herself to painting, drawing, theatre, decor, cinema, and performance. She was a total artist. With Larionov, she created a new artistic movement in 1913, Rayonism. The idea was to show the energy of moving objects through painting coloured lines. With other artists, Natalia Goncharova was part of what we call the Russian avant-garde. We can also mention Stepanova and Popova, who were very important artists in this avant-garde movement. Natalia Goncharova was only 32 years old when an exhibition of her work was held in Moscow in 1913. She showed over 800 artworks. We can already see the impressive variety of her work. Around this time, she went on a trip to France that changed her life. The Russian ballet was very successful in Paris. It was directed by Sergei Diaghilev, who asked Natalia Goncharova to work for him for his opera, l'Orchestre. She made the decor and costumes for it. She worked more and more for Diaghilev and accompanied the Russian ballet on their tours in Switzerland, Italy, and Spain. Because the Russian Revolution took place in 1917, she remained in France with her husband. They stayed there until the end of their lives in the 1960s. In 1961, 1 year before Natalia Goncharova's death, a large-scale exhibition of her work and that of Larionov was organised in London. Natalia Goncharova's work is very often presented alongside her husband as if they were inseparable, but in 2019, a large retrospective exhibition was dedicated to her and only her at the Tate in London. Her works can be seen in collections across the world.